I'm just coming off of a 36-hour, maybe plus, fast. It's super funny when you go on a long fast. I haven't done one in a long time, a couple years maybe even. When nobody around you knows that you're on a fast, you know? Nobody knows that you haven't eaten for days. It's about 2 days now. Got my jug of water with me, and it allows you to think on a much more grounded basis. It's the new year, it's the first day of 2025, and when you have no food in your system and you're not thinking about calories, everything slows down. You don't even realize how much your life is based around food, based around fast acting material things. You don't even realize that TV and things that you do when you eat just to pass the time or just to entertain yourself just while you're eating, how that takes up so much time for contemplation or reflection or, everything else that you could get done. If you've never done a 36, multi-day fast, if I was to tell you how I'm feeling, I would say good. I'm excited to eat some bacon. My father is making bacon and hash browns and eggs and stuff, and that sounds very good. I'm gonna break my fast with something a little lighter first. Don't need to put a atomic bomb, which food is when you haven't eaten for a couple days, into my system. Just messed up my digestion. But I've been taking supplements throughout the past couple days, and if I didn't take those supplements, like in the past times that I've done fasts, it's been questionable in some periods where, you got to be careful you don't get queasy and pass out and stuff like that. This time I took, greens, I took electrolytes, and I feel great. You feel a little bit weaker, but you also feel cleaner. Your whole body, your whole skin, everything feels refreshed, renewed. It's easier to breathe. Instead of digesting food, your body is able to recover your body, to heal itself, to use its energy in these other ways. There's no inflammation, or at least a mass majority of it can be cleared. I just had a friend who talked about how they did biometrics, and they found out that, all of the major allergies that she has are super intense, and there's even more than she thought. She paid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get this test, and she felt very discouraged to buy it because everything under the sun she wasn't allowed to eat or to drink. And she also mentioned that it suggested she do a 10-day fast. And what I told her was that I've done quite a few, 36-hour smaller fasts and just intermittent fasting. And that has fundamentally changed my life and how much energy I have and how capable I am to know what I can get done, to know that even if I'm having a bad day, that I can wake up tomorrow and do that strategy to eat later in the day and get more done, to know that I have the discipline and willpower to do something like that, to know that I and how my brain functions right now, today, no matter how that is, isn't fundamentally me. There are all these health things you can do, lifestyle things you can do to truly tap into who you are. They're not how you think on a day-to-day basis, even though people will associate you with how you think on a day-to-day basis as you. Even you will, but it's not true. Because once you sit quietly and reflect. You go for walks this slow. You engage your buttocks and your hamstrings, and you walk extremely slow. And you just look over across the valley at the kid playing at the school, and then you put yourself into the consciousness of him, and then you look at the dog who's barking, and then you realize he's barking at you, and you put yourself into the consciousness of him until you do all of these things. And you separate yourself from your current consciousness of your day-to-day life and how people perceive you, how you relate to your life. And you get rid of all of the chatter. You realize that you are nothing but consciousness. You're nothing but an aspect of consciousness perceiving reality from within this body, from within these lenses. And then you're able to understand that health is a service to your spirit. Health allows you to tap into what you're actually capable of being and doing and showing up as, and how much impact you're able to have. If you think about the fast that I'm on right now, I've had so many thoughts. I've gotten back into journaling. I've had several revelations. And doing these probably wouldn't have if I didn't do the fast. Wouldn't have time to reflect about it during New Year's. I would have been doing something else. Wouldn't have had the clarity. Wouldn't have had the joyful peace of mind as much. When you think about all the impact you're able to make, you think about the decisions you're going to make because you did that fast. Therefore, because you went to do that, exercise thing or eat that healthy food afterwards, right? Afterwards, now it's like fasting is the primary thing. Don't be a breatharian. There's limited studies on that. At least off the hop. If you do that, you realize that the people you impact, the people you meet, your dream wife, your dream guy, your dream best friends and social circle or business partners and, team that you work with, all those people come from how you live your day-to-day. They're there for the taking. Your optimal timeline of reality is there for the taking. And those things, those people will show up in your life if you resonate on the same vibration as them. If you, in more layman terms, in more, logical, mathematical sense, if you take the actions which enable you to get into the position where you're going to be in the circumstance to help them out and help them achieve their dreams in any which way, shape, or form, whether that be you're more fit than them or, you're generally fit and you're able to help them. Whether that means, for instance, for me, I have tons of experience with supplements because I managed a supplement store for 4 years. So I can help people with health stuff in that regard, whether that means astrology. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? But I mean, that's a little less fundamental, but nutrition, macro tracking, meditation, any of these fundamental skills, when you learn them, you're able to add value to other people's lives. And if you make a big enough vision for your life, other people will want to be a part of it and will help you achieve that vision. And if you don't achieve that vision, you'll help someone else achieve theirs, whether that means through a job where you're making way less money because you never got into business or entrepreneurship or content creation or just the dream career you genuinely have. Or if that just means that you're living a life that still doesn't have that spark, you never become from an NPC, from a, guy living his life to looking at other people's lives and going, damn, to a person of pride and power and bliss. So all in all, I'd summarize this video by saying, if you have never intermittent fasted, actual full day fasted, longer than that fasted, 7-day fasted, I've never gone beyond 36 hours, 36 days, Mr. Beast over here, and I would highly recommend it. It's the perfect amount of time for you to stop eating at night, go a full day without, and then wake up and either eat then or eat in the afternoon. I've usually ate in the afternoon, so I guess that's 24, 36, 42 or so. Carry the 42-hour fast. That's my favorite to do. Hope you got some value. I hope you kick ass in 2025. I'm gonna go eat some bacon and surprise my parents by telling them I haven't eaten in 42 hours.